It's been a while since I've made one of these screencast-o-matic presentations, but I'd figure people would like to see pictures of the objects which I'm referencing. Now, this isn't a picture per se of what's actually there. It's an artist's representation of what establishment considers as the abundance of exoplanets. So you have the host star, then you have what they call the exoplanets orbiting the host star. We all know better via stellar metamorphosis. This is just an ancient star orbiting a young star, and all the young stars are big, hot, and bright, and the old stars are cool and dim and wander about. They're called wandering stars or planets. It's from the ancient Greek. As we can see, this artist representation goes over the abundance of solar systems that are out there. There are many, 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 many of them. Every single dot you see in this picture is essentially a star. Either it's the young star in the center, or the old star orbiting the young star. Here's another picture. This is an actual photograph. Okay, it's a random star field that I chose off the internet. Every single dot you see is a new Earth. Every single one. Now you tell me, are we the only ones in the universe? It looks quite absurd to think that. Can you imagine how many older stars are orbiting these young stars? Even more, possibly. Every single dot, I guess you could take that and multiply it by 9, or 10, or 20. Lots and lots of stuff is out there, people. Lots and lots. We have a lot of exploring to do in the future. Probably won't be my generation, maybe 3 or 4 generations down the road, until we actually exit the solar system with human-powered flight. And then you have the Extrasolar Planets Encyclopedia at exoplanet.eu. Here you can go to catalogs, diagrams, bibliography, research, meetings, other sites, and I don't know what VO means. But they update it, and here's their updated count of what they consider exoplanets. But via stellar metamorphosis, we know better. Every single dot you see is an exoplanet. But establishment thinks the bright ones are something mutually exclusive of planet. They think these are nuclear reactors, which is essentially false. These objects are just dissipating the energy of galaxy birth. They're electrochemical in nature, and they will cool and die, eventually hosting life along their evolution, just like Earth. But anyways, their count is 1909. My count is 200 billion plus times how many galaxies we see via telescopes. So many hundreds of billion of planets are out there. And the main reason why I wanted to talk about this was, you guessed it, this is direct imaging. You can directly image an exoplanet. It says up here, exoplanet. And I think it's really funny how they say an exoplanet or extrasolar planet is a planet that orbits a star other than the Sun, a stellar remnant, or a brown dwarf. They literally give themselves the answers right there. An exoplanet is the remains of a star. The answer is literally right in front of them. It's disappointing how obvious it is. And then they go over a definition. says the official definition of planet used by the IAU only covers the solar system and thus does not apply to exoplanets. Goodness gracious. They said the IAU's working definition is not universally accepted. Well, I wonder why. Maybe if they go up here and look to see that their answer is right there, that a planet is a stellar remnant, well then, we would not have that problem now, would we? And it's funny because they have detection methods, and the most obvious detection method is direct imaging. And to properly address this portion of this Wikipedia article, it says here, planets are extremely faint compared to their parent stars. It should word. Older, evolving stars are extremely faint compared to their host stars. That's basically it. It says here, number of extrasolar planets discoveries per year through September 2014 with colors indicating method of detection. Notice how direct imaging, here I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Direct imaging is in red and transit is in green. But direct imaging should have been corrected in 2011 when the insight was made that a planet is nothing but an evolving, dying star, meaning this number right here of 185 should have been, or should at least had tacked on to it about 100 zeros. 185 Google exoplanets were realized in 2011, and I've been showing this discovery ever since. I wonder how long it's going to take them to catch on. Who knows? And then they have their naming the stars inside the system. That's going to be a headache, because once they realize that the planet is the ancient star, oh dang, you mean Jupiter is a brown dwarf, Saturn is a brown dwarf, Uranus and Neptune are ancient blue dwarf stars, Earth is a black dwarf, and so is Venus? I mean, oh my goodness. We'd have to give our own solar system a multiple star designation. But I don't know if that's going to happen in my lifetime. I'll probably be dead and gone by the time they figure that out. They're too slow. Establishment science is like a giant troll who got so fat and lazy that he can't even move. So there we have it, people. I don't want to waste any more of your time. I'll just go ahead and quit this, but essentially that's what you're seeing when you look at all those stars. Oh yeah, I forgot to get the graph up. Hang on one second. Here we are, people. It should be very simple to understand. The young planets are hot, big, and bright, and they cool, shrink, and die, losing their spectrums and their mass of solar wind, solar flares, and the radiance from other hotter, younger stars, eventually cooling and dying and becoming dead stars such as Mercury, Mars, Moon, Pluto, whatever. And the Earth is just along that stage. Eventually it's going to become like Venus. Venus is down here somewhere because it doesn't have active interior anymore. And you have your gray stars, brown stars, auburn. So essentially, establishment science, their main mistake was that they assumed all stars have spectrums. If they would have actually thought outside the box a little bit, they'd realize that once a star loses its spectrum, chances are it will have also condensed from gaseous and plasmatic stages to liquids and solids. But if they want to remain clueless, then it's not my responsibility anymore. I spent 3.5 years trying to tell them about this. If they don't want to pay attention, it's not my fault anymore. Today is April 8th, 2015. Have a great day, everybody. Hopefully this helps a little bit.